Good afternoon. It is April the 19th, 2017. Time to wrap up today's trading. Take a look at tonight, tomorrow morning. Start with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact, if any, of certain market factors such as the lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, the E-mini is selling, and we've talked about it maybe as long as a week. If we don't get through this 2350 area, the market still has sellers behind it. We came in today, our number one sell zone was 49 to 51. We said it might take a 47 to get short, so this is our desired sell zone. And we had a high right there at 49 and a quarter. And so far the low is 33.50. Our first buy was 39 to 41 in this area right here. Produced a scratch, small profits. Our second buy was 35 to 37. Again, similar results, not much. And you can see that the market is riding the value area low line down. So, again, our overall assessment for the market favors the sell side. The tactics to get in, we thought we could sell against 2350. Thought there's a pretty good chance they get stops above 350, which did not happen. But anyway, that was the idea that we worked with, and it produced a pretty nice trading, so we like that. Crude oil has been coming lower. We talked about when crude oil got smacked that it might take the indexes down also because of the component of the S&P 500 from energy companies. On the F1, higher low, higher high. F1 says we can trade higher. Looking at the F2 screen, we have a new distribution down in G period, excuse me, and then another one in K. So we had a B behind us. We've got a B right here, G through J, and we definitely have a B, K, L, and M. So stops below 2330. That's what we'd expect for Globex tonight. Tomorrow's news is limited. Jobless claims, 242. Philly Fed, a big number, 25.5. That one's likely to come in less than forecast, lower than forecast. LAI plus 0.2. No one pays any attention to that. And then Nat Gas, and last week we built 10 BCF. I guess the news focus will be the Philly Fed. Hard to say. Right now, our first sell will be 39 to 41, sell 1. 44.46, sell 2. On the buy side, stops below 30 will make 31.29, buy 1. And 24.26, buy 2. Now, you've got this information early, and if you're not making money utilizing it, this information, what's keeping you from taking trades in these areas? This is what you have to go back and examine and see what you have. Now, yesterday we came up with checklists for go-with markets and responsive markets. Thought that could help some of you. But even with checklists and the rest of it, if you find yourself not taking the trade, there's something that's stopping you from taking it. And normally what that is that you just have a lack of confidence in the trade setups, which means you haven't gone back and developed confidence in the trades. So you got to do your homework. You can't just sit here and slowly, well, you can sit here slowly and figure it out, but the best way is to get back in and do the work and make it happen faster. Inside day on treasuries, trading range. That's probably right for tomorrow. A lot of it will depend on which way the E-mini goes. We're leaning B right here. This morning we had an 11 to 15 sell. The high was 10.5. Didn't quite get there. Right now we're at 6.5, so we'll make 9 to 13, sell 1. Pick up that London high, and then 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, I don't know if we can get much lower without, and the E-mini's selling right now, so we'll make the buck to 04, buy 1, and 25 to 29, buy 2. And that 25 to 29 is probably a pretty good trade, picking up this area right over here for support. Now the wind has been howling all day at 25 to 30. They're calling for big storms tonight. I think the dangerous ones will go south of us, but you never know. We have really, really high winds. It tends to knock the tops off the thunderstorms, so they don't tend to be as violent nor get as high. Out here we can have thunderstorms top out above 50,000 feet. Some of them get up to 60. The conditions aren't right for those around us. But that's a big thunderstorm going up to 60. Most of the world thunderstorms will top out 35,000, 33,000 feet, less than 40. But we have the most violent, biggest thunderstorms in the world are in the United States because of the Rockies. And the biggest storms are in the Central Plains here. Okay, we're dealing with a B if we put it all together, and a P if you just look at what's done in the congestion zone right here. So we're getting mixed information right here. Right now, we favored the short side coming in. This morning we wanted to sell 20 to 24 was first resistance, and that held. So 23, 27, sell 1. And I'll jump it up to 0307. I think if we get through 28, the market will trade higher and get back up and retest these highs. So we'll make it 3 to 7 for sell 2. And this is our number one area, still 20 to 24. So I'm going to try to pick up the top edge of that with our sell. On the buy side, we started out this morning 8 to 12. We're still there. So 1 to 5, buy 1. And then 21 to 25, buy 2. A lot will be dependent upon what happens with the E-mini, if we get follow-through selling or not this afternoon. Boy, Henry is still chasing rabbits. He lasted a lot. It's been a pretty long dream for the young man. A lot of people question whether dogs dream or not. I think those people have never had dogs. We had one of the puppies we had over Christmas jumped up, was sound asleep over in the corner, jumped up and yipped, ran across the floor, and whatever scared him, literally scared the pee out of him, and was a just totally outgoing young puppy, socialized, lots of fun, and he hid for the next 2 days. So whatever he dreamed about was about to eat him up in that dream, and he just got out by the skin of his teeth. Okay, lower high, lower low in gold. Find a place to sell it. We've had 2 days where about $5 billion worth of gold and notational value been dropped through futures contracts. So somebody's been a pretty big seller. We've got an interesting profile right here. You could make the case for selling with that combination. You could make the case for buying with rejecting prices below 78 in this one. So we'll go with our number 2 buy, which will be our number 1 buy, 75 to 77, and then 70 to 72 for buy 2. On the sell side, 84, 86. We had an 85, 87 today. Worked out really, really well. Then 89.91 for sell 2. Somebody wants the price of gold lower, and they've come out 2 days in a row and blasted the market. So I have to assume it's a central bank. Okay, looking at crude. Crude just got smashed today. And again, we don't know what news event is going to set it off. But right there's your move out of the middle. And we spent, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. We had a fairly strong P. And if we go back here and look at this, we spent a lot more than 7 days right there. So the market came to balance, and we have ourselves a move. And the only thing that'll save the market right now will be some sort of comments out of OPEC, which they're quite capable of doing. Yesterday, Saudi Arabia came out and said, hey, we may not roll the production into the second half, cuts into the second half of the year. So, again, the message they're trying to send out there is, hey, wake up, dummies. We don't get our act together and we don't keep our production down, this could happen to us. Stops below 50 are obvious. We didn't make it today. We stopped at 50.51, a tick above that. We're still getting short covering. So what usually happens in crude is that we have a big day like this, and then the next day is a pause day. They'll try to take it back up. So right now, I will give it a little room for London, 51.25, 51.50, sell 1. The sell might be just above 51, I don't know, but we're going to try to give it a little bit of room. And then 51.75, 52, sell 2. I'm going to try to pick up the start of the second leg down this afternoon. On the buy side, stops below 50.50, so 25 to 50 buy 1. 49.75. 50 for buy 2. And the euro today was actually pretty quiet given all that was going on around the globe. And with yesterday's spike after the short covering in the pound, inside day can go either way. You're looking at the F2 screen. Leaning B. We had a we'll make it a 50 to 60 sell. Let them get stops above 50 in London. Then we'll make it a 75.85 for sell 2. On the buy side, 107.25. And again, it might take a 35 to get into. I think we can go a little bit lower. And then 107 even for buy 2. That's it for this April the 19th, 2017. I will see you bright and early in the morning. You all have a great evening, and hopefully the storms that come through tonight are just bring rain and nothing else. I'll talk to you bright and early in the morning. I'm out of here.